Hi everybody, it's Crystal. I hope everybody's doing well and staying safe. Welcome to my channel, Bagoday Crochet, where we talk about everything that is yarn and crochet related here and sometimes knit. Today it's going to be about yarn. A new yarn. It's new to me. It's been out for a little bit, but I just got around to getting it. And please excuse those pile boxes in the background. I gotta take them to the post office tomorrow. Anyways, so it came. It's a new yarn. It's a newer yarn from Lite brand. Maybe you guys have seen it. They have a new Scarfie yarn now. That is a 4-weight. So it's called Scarfie Lite. I've never seen it before. Never touched it before. It's the first time. I haven't even opened it yet. I really enjoy the regular Scarfie, which is a bulky 5. I have tons of projects made out of it. I like it a lot. So we'll see if this one's cool. I'm pretty excited. I love to see new yarn. It's so much fun. Here it is. Okay. Scarfie Lite. Well, why don't we read about it? Okay. So it's a very pretty color. All right. Okay. Are you guys familiar with a regular Scarfie? Let me know in the comments. I've used, like I said, I got several tutorials on regular Scarfie. I like it a lot. So we'll go ahead and read about there. I'm sitting here looking it over, not even talking for like 2 minutes. Okay, let me read over it. Okay, so it's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 349 yards, or 320 meters. It's 43 acrylic, 41 polyester, 9% nylon, and 7% wool. Okay. I do believe that the regular Scarfie is just a wool acrylic blend. They added some new fibers to this one, but I'm gonna look that up for just real quick. I'm gonna bring up the regular Scarfie so I don't want to tell you any wrong information. I'm just trying to get that off the top of my head here. But yeah, I think that is a yeah, the regular Scarfie is just a wool acrylic blend. This has wool acrylic, not very much wool at all. 7%. It's added more added polyester and nylon along with the acrylic. Okay, it's soft. It's nice and soft, but I do think the regular Scarfie is soft as well. And they're classifying this as a medium weight number 4. The knitting needle size recommendation is a 5 millimeter, and the crochet hook size recommendation is a 6 millimeter. Okay. The color I have in my hands is called Sunset. So it says the classic self-striping softie, now in a CYC medium weight number 4. Now, if you guys don't know what CYC stands for, it's something Lite brand. You'll see often on Lite brand's website. That's how they classify their yarns. It stands for the Craft Yarn Council. CYC 4 is just a medium weight number 4 by the Craft Yarn Council's standards. That's what they go by on Lite brand. Okay, they have 12 colors. Now, when you look at it, you can see, if you're familiar with a regular Scarfie, right off, it is different as far as a regular Scarfie is mostly 2 colors, and it's got like solid effect, and then it has like a 2-color tweed effect, and then it goes back to a solid effect. This has a bunch of different colors. There's no like 2 colors twined together. Regular Scarfie is like that. I do think it's pretty. This seems a bit fuzzier than the regular Scarfie. And one thing I noticed right off, even before I took it out of a bag, It is a very thin 4-weight. That would be my assessment on it, that it's a thin 4, but you know what? They might be adding this, it's got like a halo effect to it that regular Scarfie just does not have this much of one. That's a thin 4, but I guess if you take into account that fuzziness, see all that fuzz taken off of it, that regular Scarfie doesn't have that. They could, that, you know, that would be classified as a 4, but by itself, I think that is a probably a 3. And it is a roving style, just like the regular Scarfie. It's fuzzy, and the reason why I'm saying that it's fuzzy is, I mean, it's a lot fuzzier than regular Scarfie, and it's going to be, I have a feeling, I'll crochet with it here in just a second, that when you make a mistake, let's just say this is a yarn that you're not going to want to make a mistake with, because you'll be saying some 4-letter words trying to pull it out probably. Well, all right. It's very soft. I will give it that. Now, I'm not going to say anything else about it. Let's do some crocheting with it, okay? What do they recommend? A 6mm? Let's do it. Turn my camera around. Alright, so I've been doing a little crocheting with it, and this is what it's looking like. I'll go ahead and crochet a little bit more. It's very, it's not hard to crochet with. It's not like getting hung up on itself or anything like that. If I had to describe the way it crochets, I would say it's slippery. How about that? Does that make sense? It's like a little slippery feeling. I think it's that halo effect on it. It's making it feel kind of like that. But not in a bad way. I mean, it's not hard to crochet with it. I do notice the colors are not that of the original Scarfie, as far as I mentioned. You know, they weren't the tweed, 2-color effect tweed. This one's kind of just splotched with color here and there. There's no rhyme or reason. It says it's self-strapping, but I'm not really seeing. It's got just like a lot of white, and then you pull out a blotch of color here, right here, like I did. And then I'll go to white again, and then I'll pull out a blotch of blue, which is what's here. And it's just kind of like that. But anyways, so the fabric is really soft. Like I said, it's not itchy, so that fuzz on it is not itchy. The bobbles are visible. You can see them. So any stitch that you use, you'll be, you know, the stitch definition is going to show up just fine on it. I did use their recommendation of a 6mm crochet hook. Well, I always say, sometimes I'm wrong. I think it's going to hang up on itself, but let's pull it out and see. It's very lightweight. Okay. One little hang up. 2 hang ups. Yeah. See, it can be a nightmare when I get down in them bobbles. I knew that it would do this. Well, sometimes I'm wrong, but I thought the halo on this was quite more than I expected, and I knew that it would probably not come out. See, you make a mistake, you're just going to be mad, I think. And you're going to probably rip your yarn trying to pull. See, I just ripped it. See that? Alright, I'm going to turn my camera back around and we'll talk about it real quick. Okay, I'm back. You saw me crocheting with it. It really wasn't hard to crochet with. You know, the halo didn't really get in the way. I said it felt a little slippery, but nothing like, I don't know why. I think it was the halo on it making it feel like that. But, you know, no trouble crocheting with it. Coming apart, now that's a different story. It didn't come apart. I broke my yarn trying to undo my project, which I figured that I would. But it is a very soft yarn. And like I said, it's not itchy. So, the Lion Brand Scarfie on Lion Brand's website runs $9.99 a ball for, this is the Scarfie Lite, $9.99 for 349 yards of an acrylic, polyester, nylon, wool blend. Okay. Now, I was looking at some pictures that some people had posted under the reviews, and it seems that if you knit with it, knit, like they had some knitted items, like a blanket and whatnot, and it looked like the striping effect was, you could see a little bit of striping effect, but then I seen a crocheted blanket and there was no striping effect with that. So, you know, maybe you would get the striping effect if you knitted with it. I don't see getting it with crocheting. Maybe single crochet, I don't know. Okay, so $9.99. I didn't pay $9.99 because I used my Lion Brand points to buy it, so I didn't have to pay for it. So let's talk about final thoughts. Okay, Scarfie Lite. It's very soft. I'm gonna give it a 8 for softness. It does have quite the halo on it. See that? I think they're wrong classifying it as a 4-weight. It should have been classified as a 3-weight. That's just my assessment. That's what I would consider this, a 3-weight yarn, not a 4. Even with that halo on it, it just was very thin. I don't do good with 3-weights, and this was, you know, it was easy to crochet with, but still hard for me because it was thin yarn. It's a thin 4. It's what it is. And honestly, I think they're wrong and even naming it Scarfie, because it's not even Scarfie at all. There's not one aspect of it that reminds me of their Scarfie yarn. This is not Scarfie in 4-weight. This is just some random yarn that they took, an already yarn that they have well established, and decided to slap the name on it in hopes that it would do good because it has a Scarfie name. That's just my thought. It looks nothing like Scarfie. It crochets not like Scarfie. The fiber content is not like Scarfie, the original Scarfie. If you're gonna make a duplicate like a Scarfie Lite, you're gonna name it Scarfie and you want it to be a 4-weight Scarfie, make it look like the original Scarfie, but in a 4-weight. Don't do some random new yarn and then slap the Scarfie label on it. I was super stoked and super excited because I love Scarfie. Would I buy this again? No, I would not. Now, I'm not going to say that it's a bad yarn because, remember, my opinions don't really matter. People ask me to do these reviews and I do them. And I'm not dogging Lion Brand. I love Lion Brand. They're my favorite big yarn company inside the United States. But sometimes they don't hit them all out of the park. That's just the way it is with every yarn company, right? But this could be, I mean, it had good reviews on their website. Other people liked it. And that's awesome, because this could be the best yarn that you've ever had. For me, no, it's not. I usually love yarns with halos, but this is just too thin for me. I do not like the blotchiness of the colors. I'm not a fan of that. It's too busy for me. I don't like the way that they got me excited that it was a Scarfie in a 4-weight, and it's just nothing like Scarfie yarn. If you've ever used the original Scarfie, don't get your hopes up, because there's not a thing about this yarn that is like Scarfie. So they should not even have used that name. $9.99 I think is a little high, but you can always get it on sale. Lion Brand always has sales all the time. And also, I'm sure you could find it at Joann's if you looked hard enough, maybe, or something like that. But, you know, that's just their set price, $9.99. I wouldn't pay $9.99 for it, unless, you know, I had to do it for a review and I couldn't get it on sale or anything. Then I would, but, you know, I wouldn't just go out and pay for it just for the fun of it. No. So, it crocheted fine. It looked okay crocheted. Like, it being all splotchy like that, that's not my style, but, you know, that's other people's style. It's a little too thin. It's definitely not a 4-weight in my personal opinion. It's way fuzzy, which I like, but it's just not Scarfie. It's not Scarfie. That's what I don't like about it. I feel, which I'm sure they weren't trying to do this, but I feel deceived. I was looking for the Scarfie original, the OG Scarfie, only in a 4-weight, and that's not what I got. I got some yarn that doesn't resemble Scarfie. Now, nothing about it is Scarfie. Not one thing about it, and it's not even a 4-weight. So, if they wouldn't call it Scarfie, and I had to rate this yarn, price, no, it's too much. $9.99 I think is a little too much. I'd probably give it a 5 for the price. The softness, yes, definitely an 8. The colors that they have are very pretty. The ease of crochet, yes, 8. The way the bobbles showed up as far as stitch definition, yeah, definitely an 8. But you know, I'm not gonna repurchase it because it's just not for me. But that doesn't mean that it can't be for you. Remember, I just tell you my best assessment of it. I think they missed a mark on it, especially calling it Scarfie Lite. They should have named it something different. This review might have been different if it had a different name. But my anticipation was so high that it was just going to be just like the original Scarfie, only a little bit thinner, and I was so excited, but it's nothing like it. So if you like like I said, if you like the original and you're excited about getting a 4-weight of it, this isn't going to be it. So Lion Brand, if you're watching, come on, do the original Scarfie. Even do the same colors. Just make it the same. Don't do a random yarn that is nothing like Scarfie and call it Scarfie, because Scarfie is a well-known yarn for them. You know, it's been around and it's an established name. That's okay. You can't win them all. Not with Bagoday, but it might be for you. And I always say, if you have the means, buy a ball and give it a go. It might be the best yarn you ever had. But for me, I'm going to pass on this one. So I hope you guys enjoy my video. Remember, don't take my opinions to heart. I just do the reviews because people ask me. And I like to touch new yarn. It is what it is. I'll see you guys on my next video, okay? Bye, guys.